It being Friday is perhaps always the best way to start off a program, and indeed it is. Thank you for joining me on this last Friday of January, the 29th day of the month. I will see you next time in February as the first rolls in next Monday. As well does, just a quick reminder for everyone out there, in class or in person class at Magafa County High School and district wide. Of course, we're going back to school on the hybrid plan, as we've covered on many different levels and on many different occasions here and on the Sagersville Independent. So everyone should be well aware of what's happening with school officials, hoping that they'll be able to not just stay in, but maybe start to get in more than what indeed they will be when they begin on Monday. Tonight's headlines will include your local COVID update. We'll wrap up this week with some local numbers for today, and together with the week, I can already tell you we are back into the red zone, the critical zone. Some state numbers I'm still awaiting right now at this moment, those from the governor's office. But we will as well briefly cover last night's Big Sandy Regional Detention Center Jail Authority Board meeting, as the board there has, as has been all other government entities, wrestling with much less income per the pandemic and how to deal with that, and discussing raising rates that the counties pay to house inmates. We'll take you to that meeting, and we'll go to the vote thereafter in the decision that was made last night. And I've got a host of other news and information. If you have a criminal or traffic case coming up in the Magafa County Justice Center, an announcement there. They have not been given the green light to get back to court. And several other things to talk about. The weather, of course, will be one of them, where we're still going to start off on a pretty decent note for the first half of your weekend. Sunny and 42, but we've got rain and snow coming. Some accumulating snow in the forecast. A lot of precipitation between now and Monday night before we get a little bit of a break. I'll update you on that before I leave you for the rest of what I hope is going to be a wonderful Friday evening. Bit of an update. I've been covering the happenings in Magafa County 911. Of course, their new location, new technology, as well as that enabling them to be able to switch to cellular response, meaning that you can now dial 911 and text from your mobile phone, and it go directly to the Magafa County 911 Center. And in fact, the AT&T side of that actually went online yesterday, which means if you have an AT&T wireless phone and you dial 911 in Magafa County, it goes directly to 911. The call used to be routed to Pikeville, as we know. Verizon should be added to this system in the next 2 to 4 weeks. T-Mobile not until May. Not many T-Mobile users, but certainly a lot of passers through possibly. And Appalachian Wireless already there, of course. So just continuing to improve and enhance, helping us all be safe at Magafa County 911. So the Big Sandy Jail Board, if you've been watching the show, as I've covered here as of late, has been wrestling with, just like all other entities, trying to wrestle with how they're going to make ends meet, realizing that they were going to be cash negative and essentially broke in the next 6 months or so if they did not try to make some sort of adjustments to account for the revenue lost of housing state inmates. They have not been receiving state inmates now per the pandemic for months, and that is the majority of their revenue. They had proposed raising the county rates essentially from $25 a day per inmate to $50 a day per inmate. That, however, of course, did strike a chord with local judge executives in the 4 counties that participate in the Big Sandy Jail as something they simply could not afford. But after sitting down and discussing the problems with those judges and then going back to the drawing table, there was a vote last night on what would be an increase for the 4 counties. There were also some stipulations attached there too. I sat in on the meeting via Zoom, as did several other members of the Big Sandy Jail Board, some in person at the Johnson County Courthouse, the video feed you see there at the bottom of your screen. And after an executive session that took place early in the meeting, there was then discussion about the rates that they would charge the counties in the future. A motion made by Johnson County Jailer Steve Rose, which followed remarks on how the jail board had to do something at this time and how they hoped that it would be only a temporary situation.
The motion would be to increase our fees for our regional jail counties, Johnson, Martin, Lawrence, and Magafa, to $31.34 until end of fiscal year, until we can go back over it. And then we will revisit. And if it goes that we were to get a surplus in any way, up to the $1 million, we will start our discount pack as we had before, without any problem. Also, for any county that deals with us, they must pay us $35 per day per inmate. Because there's nowhere they go. But if we send them places, we have to pay that.
Can the secretary read the motion back as written?
That's anybody other
No,
than
any that's not ours.
anybody other than the 4 owning counties.
Exactly right.
That $35 that was mentioned, just to clarify, would be for any county that is not the 4 counties that participate in the jail. So if someone's from Lexington, or Lexington has an inmate here, or any other county besides those 4, their rate will be a flat $35. It was also included in the motion last night that if or once the jail were to reach $1 million in surplus, that they would be able to and go back and reinstate the 10% discount that counties were getting at one time for all up-to-date accounts. I'll be right back.
Appalachian Wireless invites you to start the new year off with a bang. What better way than with a new Samsung device? The new Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra are the latest and hottest devices of the new year, with great cameras, all-day battery life, and faster processors. The S21 is the phone everyone wants and will be jealous of. From now till the end of February, the new Samsung S21 models will be $400 off the Advantage plan at Appalachian Wireless and AppalachianWireless.com. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Nearly everything today is about being safe and well, and Parkway Pharmacy has 2 great ways to get your prescriptions quickly, safely, and conveniently. Simply pull up curbside and call and let them know you're there, or circle around the building and drive through. And just in, a fresh inventory of Atalo, premium CBD oil and cream products for managing pain, anxiety, depression, rest, digestion, and more. All at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville. Drive safe and save this winter at Conley Tire in Staffordsville, or just go to conleytire.net to see the latest specials on thousands of all-season snow and off-road tires in stock every day. And you can take 6 months to pay with no interest at Conley Tire, 297-2424. Know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Salyersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Salyersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer. Go with All Pro and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. This home is back on the market in Dixie of Salyersville, just steps away from the Ramey Park and downtown. One family-owned since the 1950s, it's practically ready to move into and perfect for a remodel that would make it an incredible home and investment. Original hardwood floors throughout, an extra large upstairs, 4 bedrooms in all, 2 baths, a basement, serviced central heat and air, all on a prime lot well over a half an acre. And the original asking price of $147,500 has been reduced. Call 606-349-3699 for an appointment to view or for more information. The following comes from District Judge Dennis Prater, who notified me earlier today that they still have not received the green light and go ahead to get back into court in McGoffin County. This, of course, a decision that has been made statewide. So he says that all cases which have been set for district court for this coming Monday the 1st or the following have now officially been rescheduled, and that they're going to be going to the Zoom platform to try to keep from having a massive backup. Again, all cases set for McGoffin County District Court this coming Monday the 1st and the following Monday, February the 8th, will be rescheduled. And then starting on Monday, February the 15th, those criminal and traffic cases are going to be held remotely via Zoom. Those who have had cases scheduled will receive a notice from the McGoffin Circuit Clerk's office with a time and a date for their case. They will as well give you some instructions on how to appear for your court case via Zoom. Zoom is something that everyone might as well get used to using at some point or other sooner than later. I believe it's going to be a way of life going forward, as well as a lot of other platforms. While it can appear or feel a little bit daunting at first, it is rather simple, but sometimes, and myself included, directions and instructions certainly help, and they'll be glad to help you with that. If you know that you have a court date, February the 1st or the 8th, and you haven't received notice, you can call the McGoffin County Circuit Clerk's office at 349-2215. Still a lot to talk about in your COVID updates locally and that of the state. However, I've got a lot of birthdays that I would rather talk about right now, brought to you in our calendar by McGoffin Farm Bureau. Jerry Edward Dunn, Dean Dunn, called this morning and said, make sure you tell everyone he's 45 today. Jerry Dunn, happy birthday from Dean, the rest of the family. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jerry Dunn, today. I've got another birthday wish. This one to Ollie Howard. Ollie, from a host of family and friends, Jackie, and a whole lot of others. Happy birthday to Ollie Howard today as well. And also birthday wishes going out to Valerie Patrick. Hope Dave's treating you extra special today, Val. Happy birthday to Valerie Patrick today as well. Happy birthday to you all. And thank you all to those who sent those birthday wishes in today, and to all of those of you who do so often. We appreciate it and love putting those birthdays on. Happy birthday again. With that said, going on over to our community calendar. First, a reminder from your McGoffin County PVA. Becky Allen says that if you're turning 65 this year, come to the PV office and apply for the homestead exemption. All you need is your driver's license or ID, and it could simply save you up to $600 a year. That's not one time, but up to $600 a year. Keep that in mind and call Becky Allen, your McGoffin County PVA, to find out how you can apply for the homestead exemption. The other reminder that I have, or one of the few, is from St. Luke's Open Door next to the church there. They're asking that everyone still, as you so graciously have over the years, please continue to make those precious donations, but they need you to do so Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8 until 1 because of a very consistent theft that has been taking place of those donations which have been left outside. The boil water advisory that has been issued this week, system-wide, for all Sayersville and McGoffin County customers, because all water all comes from one source, has officially been lifted. That boil water advisory, as I've told you for the past couple of days, after a heavy rainfall, which inundated the system with more water than it could process, has now been lifted. And you have until next week, the 5th, which I believe is Friday, to get those apple and pear grafting rootstock orders in to the McGoffin County Extension Service. They're just $2 each, a host of varieties. And if you have any questions, call him at 349-3216. And if you've got a question about the calendar, what you need on there, or anything of that nature, call me, and I will take care of that as well. Let everyone know what you've got going on or whose birthday or anniversary it is. And that's it for announcements for this Friday. So with that, I'll be right back. Lennon has never been more correct. All we need is love, and a whole lot of it. And you can find all you want at the seasonal shop for Valentine's Day. For the ladies, long sleeves and tees from Simply Southern, and always the cutest and coolest of boots, bags, purses, and all things that glitter and sparkle, plus lotions and soaps and more. And for him or her, the very best of coolers by Brewmate, Ridge and Holler, and they love to put it all in custom gift baskets filled with everything to make any heart happy. Plus they have free local delivery in Sayersville and curbside pickup. So you can say Happy Valentine's Day from the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sayersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. Of all the boxes you've been opening, this one right here will always be the tastiest, because inside is our famous recipe for the meal dreams are made of. Hot pies, stuffed with everything you crave. Always hot and always fresh. Always at your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Let's talk about your local COVID update at this time, where we are wrapping up a week that has got a number of cases more than last week. We had 30 in totality for McGoffin County last week. Not our lowest, certainly not our highest either. But as I told you earlier in the week, we had surpassed 30, I believe, by midweek, and with another number of cases today. It's all added up to putting McGoffin County back out of the orange, where we had been 4 days, and into the critical area.
Well, the last 2 days we've had 5 yesterday, 5 today, making a total of 45 for our period that we're counting on. And that put us up in the red again on our incident map. So it's at, I think, at 45 or 44, something like that. So we are in the red again. So our doses have stayed steady, but they're high again. We had, I think last Saturday we had 6, then we had 2, then we had 8, 11, 8, 5, and 5. So we're staying at 5 and up. So that kid got us back in the red. We have 52 isolated at this time, quarantined. We have 4 hospitalized, and we went over the 900 mark, 903. So we have 903. We've had 903 cases during the pandemic.
I know that you had a conversation with the state earlier today. Any revelations out of that we can talk about?
No, but the federal government has released some more doses. So Kentucky gets about 8,800 more doses per week on the 56,000 that we're getting, and they're trying to figure out who's going to get that. They said the health departments may be getting some of that, but it would be for individuals that were homebound, had a tough time getting out to the hospitals or anywhere to get their vaccine, and it would almost be those that we would almost have to go to their home and deliver, but we haven't got any information any more than that on it, and it's really not official yet. So we're just waiting to hear from them and see what the guidelines are. So, with the exception of that, they're still the thinking that health departments aren't going to be giving out vaccine as they were. As of right now, no. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine, though, they're saying that maybe within about 2 or 3 weeks that we might start getting that vaccine. So I don't know how many doses they give us of that, but that's a one-time injection, and it's 75% effective, whereas the Moderna and the Pfizer is 95% effective. But they're hoping to roll it out, and we'll be able to give some of them maybe, if depending on the numbers. Going back to our incident map for today, this is actually yesterday's map, which had us in the critical zone or red zone then at 27. And as you heard Shepard refer to, they believe that number is closer to being 40 or 45 today. The health department has the equation that the state uses to obtain these numbers, and them themselves going ahead and plugging that data in from this week. They know that that number, when it is to be released, it wasn't out as of airtime, is going to be in the 40 to 45 range either today or tomorrow. Just from around the neighboring counties of Floyd and Johnson. In Floyd County, 23 new cases yesterday. They've got 2,674 in totality, 20 hospitalized, and 370 active cases. And in Johnson County, they had 18 new cases reported yesterday for a total of 1,701 and 7 currently in the hospital. As Shepard was discussing the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, they did report out today that their vaccine was 72% effective in preventing
moderate to severe COVID-19 in the United States. It had varying results, though, in other parts of the world. 66% in a larger trial that was conducted worldwide. These results are from their Phase 3 clinical trial, which involved almost 45,000 people. The vaccine from Johnson & Johnson was found to be 66% effective in preventing moderate to severe illness in Latin America, only 57% in South America at 28 days post-vaccination. While the company only looked at severe cases, though, that number did increase to 85%, which is important. Also important, Johnson & Johnson's vaccine is just a one-dose, one-step shot, and unlikely, of course, Moderna and Pfizer, where they are two vaccines. It was also created, that being the Johnson & Johnson, using an adenovirus rather than mRNA technology. The company also believes and says the shot was safe and well tolerated, and only 9% of trial participants developed a fever, and there were no serious allergic reactions. The company also says it plans to file an emergency use authorization in the United States early in February, in just a few days, with the product ready to ship immediately after authorization. On a personal note, I can tell you that I've been talking to a number of folks, and we'll maybe hear from a few of those later on, who have received their second dose of the vaccine thus far, either Moderna or Pfizer, and both have varying results. A number of people have, as we were told to expect, experienced more side effects with that second round. Those side effects being a day or two of chills, fever, and the like, but quickly passing after that day or so. A lot of other individuals have had zero to very little, if any, side effects at the same time. I don't have an exact ratio or percentage, but just to let you know, everyone I have talked to, it's been one or the other, and no one has really been severe as a result of those side effects. If you have any other input, I would love to have it. I actually didn't have any state numbers as of airtime. Those coming out a little late apparently this evening, so I'm going to go right on to your Licking Valley RECC forecast because that's all I got left. I'd left a place for that, and we're going to have to move on. With that said, another cold one tonight, 18 degrees. A little light wind out of the east, 5 miles per hour or so after midnight. Nothing dramatic, and mostly clear skies, so a cold one, clear one. Only a very light wind moving out there. But remember, any wet spots will freeze again tonight. Roads have dried very well today, but of course there are some areas that just don't see any sun whatsoever, and more than likely you're very used to where those are. Tomorrow we will see some sun again, 42 degrees for your Saturday, partly sunny. The activity doesn't really start until tomorrow afternoon, I think after 4 o'clock or so. That's when shower chances roll in to the tune of about 40% early, and then by tomorrow night, full-blown 100% rain and snow, and then we're going to see temperatures actually stay above freezing, so it's looking to be more of a rain event, with all rain after 3 a.m. We'll see 35 for nighttime lows, and then temperatures are going to start to make their way up very early and before dawn to 52. So a little snow in the middle, but then rain thereafter, and then rain for your Sunday and 52 degrees. Maybe a quarter to a half an inch of rain during the day Sunday, maybe another half an inch Sunday night. Sunday night as well, winds, and Sunday up to 15, 16 miles per hour. So a blustery, rainy 52-degree day for your Sunday. Monday, though, that cold front puts us back down into the 30s at 35 with some rain still around. I think we'll see some mix or snow showers in the early afternoon, and then all snow thereafter as temperatures continue to fall. Monday night, still a 50% chance of snow and a low of 25. And then we have a few calm days. Tuesday, partly sunny and 33. Partly cloudy that night and 20. Mostly sunny Wednesday and 42. Nighttime lows just below freezing. Thursday, 52. Mostly cloudy. Showers start to move in. A likelihood thereof Thursday night. And into this time next week, more rain. That's going to wrap it up for this evening. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend as much as the weather will let you. Tomorrow, you'll be your best shot to get out and do something outside if staying dry is your thing. For now, good night. I'll see you in February in just a couple of days. Again, as always, thanks for watching.